Okay, we're going to try something a little bit different on Ladies Who Question today. And that means we have a guest, a very special guest, because she and her background tie into what we've been, wouldn't you say, Holly, about the Golden Bachelor and et cetera and whatever. And this woman, I would call her a Golden Bachelorette.
Yes, I would.
Yes, I would. Welcome, Nike Demacopoulos.
Thank you for having me.
We're so excited to have you.
Our first guest. This is our first guest.
Well, I'm excited to be
this
here.
This is a
Thank you.
special event for us. Yeah.
So, Nikki, you, from what I've gathered from my brief conversations with Holly about you, you work with Holly, or you work together in concert. Could you want to explain that, your relationship?
Yes.
Nikki?
Nikki's a customer of mine. I'm a vendor, and she buys my wares.
Okay, and why don't you explain what you do? Because I don't think we've ever talked about that.
I cater to independent interior designers, and Nikki is a very successful independent interior designer with a great firm who caters to a fabulous clientele in the city. And her clients adore her.
Oh, thank you, Holly. That's very sweet and kind.
They do.
Aw, thanks.
And so you guys work together quite closely, I would imagine, on some projects? Or?
And I must say, Holly is by far our favorite sales rep. She is the kind, she's like Jimmy John's. We're like, Holly, we need this fabric, and 10 minutes later, she's in our show.
Got it.
In our firm.
Got it.
She just knocks on the door and says, "Oh, I'm here. Is this what you need?" She's the greatest.
Well,
we
that
love her. She's like family.
She's my favorite customer.
Oh, so sweet.
So it's just so fun, and sometimes it's super fun to visit, but then we get sidetracked. In fact, today I was in your area, and I'm like, I can't stop by. It derails her, and we just get to chit chatting, and you're busy, I'm busy, and I'm like, I got to drive by.
I understand that. I know, because you're going to get into an extended conversation.
Just
it's going to go on about anything, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know. Nikki, tell us a little bit about your lifestyle and what you do. We're kind of having you on here because you're single. Also, you're single and interested and looking. Is that correct?
So, I am single.
Mm-hmm.
I actually have never been married.
Oh.
So, of course, I'm interested in finding a companion, a lover, a lifetime partner.
Sure.
Of course, who wouldn't want one? And, as we do get older, I think it is important to find that lifetime companion. I'm not sure, is marriage always the end-all result? But, sometimes it is, sometimes it's not. But it is definitely, I'm open to it. But I think more or less the companionship is the most important part that I'm looking for. Mm-hmm. That is something that's missing. Something that is like, do you want to go for dinner? Do you want to go for ice cream? We've had, the $1 million dates and gifts, and we've been showered with all of that, which is great. It's been wonderful. Of course, we'd love it if it would continue. But I think that in the scheme of things at my age, which I'm 60, I'm not ashamed to say it. I love where I'm at. No regrets looking back. I've had an amazing, amazing life. And
continue to have.
Of course. I have no doubt, and I'm very optimistic that he is out there. I am a true believer that everything happens for a reason. And I manifest it, and I think it's going to happen when the right time is supposed to happen. And I'm, as successful in my business. I love what I do, and I think that it's going to happen very quickly.
Where have you met the gentleman in the past? Like, was it, I don't know, through friends or church or dating apps? I don't know. I don't have any experience with the dating apps. I
think we'll get into that. That's a good.
Is that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I know you have some good feedback about dating apps.
I'm not a huge fan of dating apps. I'm a people person. I'm extremely social. I'm Greek, so I'm involved in the Greek community.
Oh, yeah, that's
So
such a warm community.
Thank you.
yeah.
I'm out all the time. So that being said, I like to interact. So it is more of being introduced through friends, family, organizations. I think that's a better connection than swiping right or left. And I'm not sure any of those people are even real.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
How you said that one person had a photo on like 7 different profiles.
Ah.
Same
Wait, same
picture,
person,
same photo.
picture on 7 different sites?
No, well, maybe that too, but like
Cast a wide net.
different
Gee.
names,
Yeah.
same photo. Yeah.
Different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you
They're-
cracked me up when you said something like, "Oh my God, I've seen this guy before." And you're,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. They're experts at this.
Yeah.
And they're living in third world countries. And they have copy pasted pictures. They're all, some of them are fake. Some of them, listen, I'm sure there's some genuinely wonderful people on there.
Maybe.
I can't say, I can't say there's not. I have to be honest. There are there's eligible.greeks.com. And
Really?
I know
That's
lots.
so specific.
Yeah. And I know.
Well, there's JDate. Why
yeah,
not?
there's JDate.
Yeah,
Exactly. And so I know.
Farmers only or something like that.
I know.
Yeah.
I have cousins and friends who've been married and have met people on there. It's great endings. And I think, it's great for some people.
Yeah.
So I think there is happy endings to that. So I wouldn't rule it out, but it's not for everybody.
Yeah, I was just curious about that. I've never done that
Yeah.
at all. I've been divorced since 1994, and I've had a few long-term relationships, but it never even occurred to me simply because my gut told me scam city. And then everything, and
Sure.
come on, someone from Nigeria, I want to date you. Really? I think you just want
But
me
you
to
don't,
they don't
you don't
tell
know
you they're
that.
from
No.
Nigeria.
Oh, yeah,
They make
right.
it sound like
tell
they live
you
around the
they're-
corner.
They're around the exactly.
Yeah.
They're down the street.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're looking to
Yeah.
scam money, I think. Whatever. Sounds like
Get in and get your bank account and
yeah,
take off.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Forget that. Oh,
I should
that's
have.
so creepy, but not surprising. I've heard that from a couple other
Sure.
friends who, after they were divorced or widowed, they've had the same experience. I just was wondering about that, but I was thinking, gosh, with that Greek community, so tight, and everybody kind of knows,
Yeah.
everybody.
It's
and
amazing. It's great.
wow. Well, there's
Yeah.
got to be some nice Greek
Of
man
course.
out there for you.
Yes. Of course there is.
So is being Greek like top priority, or you're open to?
I'm definitely open. Truth be said, it makes it easier. I'm not going to lie. Because it is a huge part of my life. As you know, Holly, I
Yep.
travel at least once or twice a year to Greece.
Yep.
He has to understand it's a huge part. It's my culture. And, if he comes over at Easter and he sees a lamb with eyeballs staring at him, he's going to have to understand that's part of my life. And, we all laugh about that.
Yeah.
And so, as you all know, my cousin is the girl who wrote my Big Fat Greek Wedding. She is my first cousin.
That's right. That's
And
right.
So,
Holly told me that.
So, it's part of us. It is
Right.
who we are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I would love to have.
You use a lot of Windex.
Yeah, right? Exactly.
And I'm sorry.
So, but, if someone is willing to adapt, I have friends who have married, I hate to use it, non-Greeks, and they
Gasp.
love going to Greece. My best friend is married to, my best friend Patty.
Yeah.
Her husband is non-Greek. They got married in Greece. They go to Greece. He loves Greece. He loves the culture. He loves everything.
And how did they meet? Wait, she's Greek. I didn't know she was.
She had a
okay.
restaurant, and he would come and have lunch at her
Oh
restaurant.
my gosh.
Oh my gosh, that's
so,
like in the movie.
Right. Yeah.
So it was love at first sight.
Oh my God.
So it was great. So you never know.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. It could just literally happen tomorrow.
I was going to ask you about family pressure, like to
Never.
how come you have? Oh, how fortunate!
Never.
Because you want. It's not like you're.
I unfortunately I've lost my dad, but my mom is still alive. God bless, 94. She's the greatest.
Wow.
And my dad I've lost 6 years ago, but never ever did he ever pressure me into getting married. And I had to have that closure before he passed away. And I was at his bedside and I said, Dad, blah, blah, blah. And he said, I didn't get married. I didn't have children. And I do have 3 older siblings
I was
who
going to ask
had
about
all
that.
the above.
Yeah.
They did get married, have children, and fulfilled that void.
Yeah.
And my dad had this special twinkle in his eye. And he looked at me and he said, if they could only have your life, he said, they could be so lucky.
Oh, that's kind.
Yeah.
That's very
What a-
nice.
He says, you've
Great
never
thing.
disappointed me. And I'm so proud of you. He said, it's not meant for everybody. And you should just continue having your happy life.
Oh my gosh, what a great dad!
Yeah. So
What a wonderful, loving exchange at end of life.
Yeah.
For the two of you.
He was one exceptional father. I was very lucky, extremely lucky. So I've never had that guilt and never had that. Never. So I'm lucky.
You are lucky.
Yeah.
But you're also a happy person you're happy inside
Thank you, Holly.
because
I am.
you
It
can't.
shows. It shows.
It shows. And
Yeah.
we make a choice to be happy or not happy. And nobody's going to make you happy.
You have to be happy
You have
in
to be
order
happy
to bring
inside.
happiness into
Yes.
your life. If you don't have it, it shows. It's. I wake up every day and I sing this little song to myself, and I just have to share it
Yeah.
because
Oh,
I
yes.
feel that sometimes when you live alone and you don't have anyone to share this with, I don't ever play the pity party. I'm not that girl.
No.
and I'm not the victim.
It doesn't ever help.
It
doesn't help at all.
I have a song that I sing, and it's crazy because I'm so used to it now that it just comes naturally. So when I brush my teeth every morning, I sing, "You're the luckiest girl in the world. You're the luckiest girl in the world." And I sing that, and I manifest it every day. And it just kind of makes me feel like I'm blessed on so many levels that it starts my day out, even when it's gloomy out. I feel
Nikki,
like
I got goosebumps. I'm sorry. That's what. How many times you heard me say? I go, I'm the luckiest girl in the world. I got the best job in the world.
Yeah.
I mean,
Right.
I know exactly what you're saying.
Yeah.
I think you're a little better with your execution maybe than I am sometimes, but I do. It's about gratitude, isn't it?
Yeah, and
It
plus,
is.
I love what I do. I've been doing it for 40 years, and I still wake up with so much love and passion. I walk into my office, and sometimes I pinch myself and say, "Is this really mine? Like, did I
Yeah.
really work?" I've only had it for 20 years because I did have a previous job, but I've worked so hard to get to where I'm at, and I feel like you did work really hard. You did accomplish this, but it doesn't feel like it. Like, I feel like it came so easy
Right.
because it wasn't work and it was something that I had passion. So I feel like when you go back to, like you were saying, the L word, love, like it should just come naturally.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm not going to work
Right.
like so hard. People are like, you have to make it a full-time job.
What?
You have to go
That's
out
goofy.
there. Like you have to make.
No.
I'm like, it's not. It's going to happen. I am a true believer. It will. I'm not worried about it. Like
Yeah.
it's not. It's not like it's not going to happen.
Right. You can't force it. And it's like they say, it'll happen when you least expect it, or it'll
Yeah.
just be a natural evolution.
Follow full-time job. That just makes
Oh
me
my
shudder.
God. Yeah, you can't think about it. Well, the funny thing is, I agree with your happiness because more and more, like today, I normally listen to podcasts. I listen to music. I had to be downtown by 8:30, traffic, blah, blah, blah. I listened to all my favorite songs.
Yeah.
I was like in the best mood, singing in the express lane that was like bumper to bumper. Like I have a crazy mix of music, but it was, I relate to that. Because it just gets you like, okay, I'm alive. I'm healthy. I am not going to complain about one thing. Mm-hmm. And every day we have to say that because there's just so much other stuff going on that we're lucky that we're here.
Bottom line, we're blessed.
Yeah,
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
I
blessed.
think
Bottom line.
all of us are.
Yeah, if you don't believe that, take a look at some of the headlines and then rethink. Oh my gosh. Something else I wanted to ask you about, since you have done a fair amount of dating around, I like to hear about, because I've considered actually writing a short little book about best and worst dates and interviewing women for them. So maybe I'll just start with you. Either or both, either the worst date you were on, no names, or you can use a pseudonym, or the most bizarre. Because I have a compendium of them, but I want to hear yours, if you're comfortable to talk about them. If you're not, that's cool.
How about the best date I've ever had?
You know what?
Okay,
That's
yeah.
best.
Yeah,
Talk
let's-
about that.
Best date
Yeah.
is great.
Okay.
I sometimes I like to hear the weird because it's funny,
well,
but I'd rather hear the best.
I've actually bizarre. Actually, many moons ago.
Yeah.
When I was like in my 20s, I would say, I don't even remember his name, so
Well,
it's okay.
right, yeah.
Okay.
I don't remember the ones that I was on either. Yeah.
It was kind of like a fixer-upper.
Yeah.
And so it was, someone asked, I think it was like my brother, and said, hey, can so-and-so go out with your sister? And my brother's like, yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, I guess. No, my brother was extremely protective. He was a great brother. Are you kidding?
That's
and
sweet.
so he shows up. He calls. House lined.
Right.
Those
Oh,
years.
yeah.
He shows up and he pulls into the driveway, and his license plate said something like GQ. Oh no. And so
Okay,
yeah.
that's an interesting,
Yeah.
maybe possible red flag.
So he took me to a Rick Springfield concert in like Alpine Valley.
Oh, this was a long time
wow.
ago.
Yeah.
That's a hike
I'm telling
on
you.
a first
like,
date.
But I live in Palos Heights.
Yeah.
So like
Whoa.
southwest suburb.
All the way up to Alpine
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Valley.
like 2 hours.
So it was the craziest, weirdest thing. He was like trying to impress me. And I was just like, I'm not having this. We were not having it. So I was just pouting. I was just like, all I wanted to do was just go home. And so, but then then I felt really bad. And it was just disastrous. The whole thing was so bad. I'm like, I'm trapped at this Alpine Valley.
Oh my
all the way that
Wow.
far
And he
from
was
home.
he's trying to really be sweet, whatever, moving forward. I'm like, should we go for pizza? Like, you're in your 20s.
Right.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, I think I should just take you home. I'm like, great, let's do that. And that was the end. I mean, other than that, I think that was
funny.
it. Yeah. Yeah.
That's-
but that was.
That just sounds like a not great date to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, but I haven't had.
Not a match.
Yeah. Yeah. It was just not a match. Poor guy.
He might have been a chick magnet with the GQ.
I was like, oh, God.
Like he was a model for GQ or like
Yeah.
I'm
who
far from
knows?
it.
Maybe in
Poor
his
thing.
mind.
Poor
Oh,
thing.
God.
Yeah. Or maybe those were his initials?
No.
Oh,
Like
okay.
he,
I don't know.
he thought he was. Yeah, he thought he
he
was
thought he
trying
was-
to be a Ford
my
model. No,
Oh,
not
wow.
happening.
That's so
Okay,
funny.
well.
I just picture it in my head and that's hilarious. Okay, so let's hear about your best date.
Yes.
Best date was
Because I bet it's pretty dang good.
Yeah, I was dating this really gorgeous, sweet guy. Just told me to get dressed, picked me up, went straight to O'Hare, flew to New York, took me to dinner, Broadway play, and we flew home the same night.
Oh,
It was a dream come true. It was beautiful. That was a sweet, yeah.
Like Pretty Woman territory
it
without the
was
prostitution.
and when you're in your 30s, like
wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was
my
pretty.
gosh.
It was like no suit, nothing. Purse, O'Hare.
Wow.
On a plane. It was magical.
Oh my gosh! Do you remember which restaurant you went to? Do you
Oh God, I don't even.
Well, I'm sure it was
remember,
top of the
seriously.
line.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was
La
so
Hongerie or
beautiful.
whatever.
Yeah,
Wow.
it was like
That is like
some
sweeping
French
you.
restaurant. I can't even remember.
Oh my gosh.
It was so beautiful, so great. Too bad the relation. We stayed friends for a long time.
Yeah.
It just didn't work out. I mean, different. And I mean, it was unbelievable.
A magical night, but just no
Right.
magic.
Yeah. So, but yeah, it was great. Super romantic.
That's something you always dream about.
Right.
You know, like, oh, you're going
I'm
to
always
dinner
thinking
in
like
New
we're
York?
going to go through White Castle's drive-through or something. You know, here we are in a
Yeah.
French restaurant, in
Oh
Manhattan.
my gosh,
Yeah.
that's so cool.
That would be the end of that date for me.
Well, what's the? Do you dive into the bar scene at all in Chicago? I know you're always out and about.
No,
So,
I
what's
think-
your nights like out and about?
I
at
love
the bar?
just going. I think at this point, just going to dinners and maybe like if there's a bar scene,
Mm-hmm.
we'll just hang out at the bar, maybe have a drink. But by then, seriously, Holly, it's time to go to bed.
Right. No, I
I
totally get
mean,
it. Right.
Loving it, but after dinner and a couple drinks and a glass of wine, it's like okay,
Yeah.
we got to go to It's
I hear you
get
on
the
that.
pajamas.
Right. No, you kind of start thinking about fantasizing about, I can't wait to crawl into bed. And I love to go out for an early dinner.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. And then you're kind of like, by the time you go to bed, you're not like wasted or anything.
No.
It's like 9:00 and you're like, I'm going to feel great tomorrow.
Mentally, you think you can do it,
Right.
but you get there and you're just like, oh my God, it's 9:30.
Right.
Oh my God. Well, let's-
9:30. I can't even imagine being out that late. I can't.
Well, I had a 60th bash this year.
Oh.
And Holly was there. And my biggest fear was, how am I going to stay up all night?
Why were
And I said the adrenaline will keep me up, but I just said to my girlfriend, I said, "Oh my God, how am I going to stay up so late?"
Yeah.
and it did. We were up till 1, 2 o'clock.
Oh my gosh.
But it was great. But we made it. We made
yeah.
it. Yeah.
No, honestly, that was my biggest fear at my daughter's wedding 3 weeks ago. I go, they're going to want me to go to the after party. And I'm like, I can't. But I hung in there till 11:30.
Wow.
And then
good
there
for
was
you.
an after that went till 3.
And that's usually for
That's-
all of
yeah,
them anyway.
But
Yeah.
I was 11:30. I was time, so I clocked out. But
Wow.
that's so funny because when you get these invitations that are like, oh my God, we're gonna, the cocktail hours at 6 to 7, and then you look at 11, and I go, oh boy,
Yeah.
Going back to the cultural thing.
Yeah.
You go to Greece. You don't eat dinner till 10 o'clock.
that's right. How do you shift
It's-
gears?
It's I don't know how it just happens.
Okay.
It just works. Sometimes we take a nap, but it's the environment. I don't know how it happens, Holly, but it happens.
You just fall into the
You just
pattern
go
fall
because
into
Greek
it.
time.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Greek time. Totally Greek time.
Yeah.
So it is what it is. Yeah.
Now, how you go over twice a year? Now you must have
Once for
family.
sure.
Oh, once
Yeah.
for sure. Now,
Yeah.
do you speak fluent Greek?
Yes.
I would imagine.
Yes.
But yeah. So I'm thinking maybe, what if you met somebody over there?
Oh, I'd be sold. Business sold. Gotta go. I'd
Wow.
be gone in a flash.
That's commitment.
Yeah, I'd be gone in a flash. It's my home away from home. It's
Yeah.
my happy place. Yeah. Listen, it'd be tough because I still have my mom,
Yeah.
but within time.
Yeah.
Greek men are the best lovers in the world. It's known
when-
fact.
once you
It's
go
a known
Greek-
fact. Google it.
Oh,
yeah.
oh.
Wait, if I Google Who are the best
lovers.
lovers in the world? We'll say Greek men.
Number one are
So
Greek men.
What?
I don't know the
what's
statistics.
this-
I don't run the statistics.
No,
I'm
I'm not looking for stats. I'm looking for what is it that they do so well.
I'm not.
Who knows?
I don't know. It's passion.
Passion.
It's the passion.
I bet Italians are in that top 10 because they
Absolute-
kind of have that
they're-
same
Yeah, Italians are
romance.
yes, they do.
Yeah.
I've dated Italian men. They're great.
Ooh la la.
Yeah. In college, I dated a couple of Italian guys. There was that passion. I do remember that.
Yeah.
Sometimes a little too much, but it was like,
Yeah.
wait, whoa.
You
But-
also have quite a few relatives over there.
I do.
So-
I still have first cousins
Yeah, so that
on both sides.
Oh, so that's now you go to visit with them.
I do.
Yeah.
I do. And I have friends, and
Yeah.
we visit the islands. They're on the mainland, but I do visit the islands.
Oh, a couple of people that we know
Mm-hmm.
or whatever that went over to the Greek island. Well, I guess that I know. We're over there this last summer. Of course, who wasn't apparently over
I
there?
know.
It's the place to
Everybody
buy.
was it was the hot spot.
It's the hot spot.
There and Italy. It was
Right.
insane.
Right.
And they were just blown away. And they went to a lot of the islands.
Yep.
They hopped.
Yep.
But then they were also on the mainland for a while. And I asked them, I said, well, what were your favorite spots? And they were like, all of them.
Oh.
All of them.
Oh, I'm so happy to hear
Yeah. I mean,
that. It is beautiful. Yeah. Have you ladies been?
I've been. I went
okay.
right out of college. I went to Europe for 3 months with a whole bunch of other, college students, and it was wild. And my memory of Greece is Hydra
Wow.
and smashing the plates
I love it.
and swimming at night with like a bunch of guys, like who knows
Oh,
what.
my.
And it was the first time I ever had calamari,
Oh my.
which was like a big deal because this was 1982.
Wow.
When calamari, it wasn't like something you commonly ordered here.
Uh.
And I'm like, oh my God, it was so good.
Fresh.
Fresh.
Yep.
And drinking the wine that was like so non-preservative.
Next year, girls, trip to Greece.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
I mean, if I am going to go, I want to go with someone like you who knows what the heck.
The lay of the land.
Yeah, the
and
lay
she
of the
knows
land.
the lay of the land.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And oh my, what is Hydra? I don't know what that is.
It's
It's
an
a
island.
little island right
Oh.
off of. It's very close actually to Athens.
Oh,
And
that's probably
actually
why we
has
went.
no cars still to this
Oh,
day.
really?
Yep.
It's
Oh,
just
I
it was
love
just
that.
like something out of
It's
a
a very
movie, and
quick
it's
ferry
still
ride.
probably like that.
Yeah.
It's
They
like out
don't-
of Mamma Mia. They,
Yeah.
don't, they
Right,
don't have any
right.
cars.
That's Yeah. right,
Wasn't that a Greek island?
Yeah.
I think
it
so,
was.
yeah.
I forgot which island because they had a couple sequels, but I don't remember the islands. Yeah.
Yeah.
Something I wanted just to tie in with the Holly and I are doing the Golden Bachelor series as sort of a what would you call what we're doing?
We're doing
What
a
are we
little
calling it?
critique or
I guess critique.
critics. We're kind of critics of the show.
Yeah, or we're just discussions, friendly discussions.
Okay. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, and having a lot of fun with that. I think, and I was just curious, like, would you ever consider? Because have you been watching it?
Yes.
Oh, good, good.
She's
Oh, say
kept up.
so that they are. It's becoming clear to me they're setting it up for a Golden Bachelorette, right? Don't you
Sure.
think?
Yeah.
I mean, Holly and I have both sort of surmised that looks like maybe that was why. What was it, Carol?
No.
No.
Or which
Ellen.
one? Ellen.
Left
that's-
with a leg.
Ellen left with the. Was
Oh,
that,
wait,
no,
no.
it was Carol. I
Oh,
thought.
okay.
Carol left with the legitimate.
Right.
She said it was like a hairline fracture.
Okay. Her. Oh, okay. I forgot.
Carol?
I forgot. I can't remember.
Oh well, we'll get ourselves refreshed on that. But the one pretty blonde woman who left with a legitimate fractured leg, and she did not have chemistry, or not fractured leg, excuse me, fractured
Ankle.
fractured
Yeah, and
ankle.
that-
Yeah,
Did you
hairline
think that was
fracture.
kind of odd? Like it was like all of a sudden she has a boot on and then she's leaving.
I know.
And they didn't show anything that led up to
Yeah.
that.
Now that you say that, that's pretty interesting.
Oh yeah, yeah. And in the previews the week prior, we saw ambulance. No, remember they showed an ambulance. Well, there was
Pickleball. It was April. Who
Yep.
was down on the court.
April down in the court, right? Yeah, and she just winked
Oh,
and
is
said
that
she
the
faked
one
it.
that had the?
She faked it.
She faked it. She fell on the pickleball court
Yes.
and she said, "Oh, I just wanted a cuddle snuggle from Gary."
Yeah, she was the chicken lady.
With her fresh
right.
eggs.
Remember? I have fresh.
I'm fresh.
My eggs are fresh. Like ew.
I know.
Honey, you're not. You're 60 what? You do not have fresh eggs.
Yeah, right?
But it was cute. But yeah.
So who do you think he has the most chemistry with?
Well, I'm thinking who's left,
Yeah, which is
and it's kind of tough.
okay. Leslie's left.
Faith.
Faith left.
Ellen,
Ellen. Teresa.
and Susan,
Susan.
and Leslie.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Leslie.
Leslie. Okay. Okay.
Well,
so
we both agree that it's probably we think he has most chemistry with Leslie and the other
Ellen.
one and
Or Teresa.
And Teresa.
Yeah.
Ugh.
what do you think?
I think I love Leslie because I think it's out of his box.
That we exactly what we said.
And I think it's a little bit challenging for him, but I think it's either going to be Ellen or Teresa.
Yeah.
Most likely Ellen,
Do you think?
Yeah.
Wait,
Oh,
which
Ellen?
one's Ellen?
the blonde.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait,
I think
Ellen.
Pickleball.
Pickleball.
She,
Ellen.
she got a
Oh, the
rose.
pickleball captain.
Yeah, the pickleball captain.
Really? Because we were thinking we thought they had sort of a fraternal sort of relationship, like buddies.
Well, I thought she came
No?
on so strong with him. I love you.
Oh yeah,
And
I'm falling
I
in
thought,
love with you,
oh, is she coming on too
Yeah,
strong?
but he needs that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's not that strong.
No,
he
he
needs-
cries
he-
it. He's a crier.
We know.
We make a lot of jokes about his crying. It's like, oh my God, he's crying again.
So I think he needs that. He needs that nourishing because he had that in his marriage. So he needs that. So unless he's looking for out of the box, which then would be Leslie.
Then it would be Leslie. Yeah.
Yeah.
We thought the same thing, but
I'm just not a big fan of Leslie.
no.
She-
Ideally, you know what? Who I'd like to see him with because I really like her. I
Oh,
think
I
she's
know who.
Susan.
I know.
Oh,
we-
that's
we-
not happening.
No,
It's not
no,
happening,
We
but
know
we
that.
love
We love
Susan.
her.
We love Susan because she's the belle of the ball.
And
She's
she's
just fun and honest
and giving and sweet.
Yeah, but there's never
and
been a
helpful.
one-on-one.
And when they kissed that one time,
Yeah, it was awkward.
yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
I was
oh,
just-
Nikki.
It was painful.
It was.
Yeah, it was painful.
I was. It was beyond cringe. It was just. Oh, I had to look away.
Yeah, and then Kathy's peeking around the corner.
Oh, Kathy.
What's going? Okay, yeah.
Kathy.
Kathy.
What do you think about Kat? We were sorry to see her go just for the
Right.
fun factor.
Right?
Yeah, because she was spicy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little villainous, which we liked.
Yeah.
But we knew that was never going to be. No.
No,
We'll see tonight.
Yeah.
I know. I'm so excited. I
Yeah.
mean, I've never gotten into it, but it's fun now that we watch it. And then poor Teresa. What do you? I mean, do you think Teresa's?
Teresa's just sweet and naive, and
Okay.
just unless you think she's just sly as a fox. But
Well,
I don't
that's what
know. We can't.
I don't think so. I think she's just a ditz. I mean, I think she's just. I just think she's just sweet and
Naive.
naive.
Because
Okay.
we were going back and forth either.
No,
Holly,
they would have showed a different side of her.
right?
that's
Yeah,
true,
that's
yeah.
true. But I mean, Holly proffered that maybe she was being very manipulative, and she's just that sly. And I thought, at first I didn't see it, and then I thought, well, maybe. I mean, she's a securities professional, so you got to be pretty hard edged to survive in that particular industry. And she's from New Jersey, so that's tough.
Yeah, we
to
were
begin
trying to
with.
look at the whole
The
profile.
whole profile. But 4 times she was asked by Kathy, please don't say this. Don't say this. Zip it. Zip it. Would you please not talk about your dates? But she oh, yeah. And then she'd be at the wide-eyed naivete. Oh, and I'm like going, either she's the best actress or she's just so emotionally ignorant that she has like zero emotional IQ. We cannot figure that out.
I know a lot of professional women who are extremely strong, and when it comes to their love life, it's complete opposite. The complete opposite,
Dirty John.
right?
Dirty John.
right?
What?
Well, did you ever see Dirty John?
I don't even know what you're talking about. It
Okay,
sounds like
well-
a porn name to me.
No, but you need to watch it.
Is it a movie? I mean, is it a
It's
movie?
about a strong businesswoman who gets sucked in.
Well, that's okay.
It's really good, though. You need to absolutely watch it.
I probably do because
Yeah.
it almost sounds a little bit like,
No,
Moi.
it's
I get sucked in.
online dating.
oh, it's online dating.
It's what we were talking about earlier about
Oh,
yeah, oddly with an interior designer.
I'll have
right,
to.
yeah.
It's a
Okay.
Netflix.
Oh, it's on Netflix?
Yeah,
No,
Oh.
you will binge.
yeah. I watched it all on one Saturday.
Oh, so it's a series.
It's 8 series.
Yeah.
It's I think 8 segments. Yeah,
Right.
8
I
series.
think so.
Oh,
Like maybe in two days I watched it. Yeah.
it sounds like it'll get me really angry.
Oh, yeah.
No, it's not angry. It's,
like at
yeah,
him
yeah.
for being. He sounds like he plays tricks on women. Is that it?
Yeah.
Oh
Beyond.
boy. Okay.
Yep.
Well,
Yeah.
I'll watch it when I'm in that special I can handle it mood. Oh gosh.
Let me ask maybe one last question.
Well, I asked. I really
yeah.
never even asked her. Would you want to be on the Golden Bachelorette?
Well, that's an interesting question because I've been asked that by many people.
Oh, you'd be such a good
You'd be
candidate.
the best.
Thank you. You
Nikki,
know,
they need to meet you.
oh, that's so sweet. You know, I'd consider it depending, you know, it'd be hard conflict with work, but
Right,
I'd consider it.
I mean, wouldn't
know,
it be kind of fun?
It would be fun. It would definitely be fun. Yeah, I would consider it.
Oh my! We got to find a way
Yeah.
to get her.
Well, with your connections with your cousin.
Oh,
What is my connection with
No,
my-
with
with.
your connections.
Oh yeah. Oh, I could. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
oh, you know, she might be able to get you in front of those producers.
Let's see. We'll
Oh.
see.
Oh, my
Let's see.
God.
Well, I'm sure it'll be the Golden Bachelorette next.
Well, that's what
Oh,
I mean.
yeah, that's
what-
that's what I'm saying. They're
Oh,
probably.
would I be the Bachelorette?
Yeah.
What did you think
I
they were
think-
asking?
Oh, I think that they would take someone within this time around.
Well, maybe I think yes, because that's why I was saying I thought that's kind of why they dismissed a couple of the women, like going, "Hey, babe, this ain't going to happen." So you might be in contention for our spinoff, the Golden Bachelorette,
Right.
And so
Right.
that's why I guess I was leading into you,
Oh,
and then
the
we got
Golden
sidetracked.
Bachelorette. Okay. I missed. Yeah, I got it.
I wasn't very clear, so
Yeah.
that's on me. So you think, yeah, huh?
I don't know.
Okay. Oh, we've got to campaign for
Yeah.
this.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You'd be perfect.
Oh, thank you.
You would
Oh,
be. And the kissing, it gets weird.
Well, see,
when the
I
women
couldn't
like
do that
really
kissing.
attack the men, they just lunge right in. What do you
right?
think
Like
of
they're
that?
Like lions.
Yes. Yes,
I
they
know.
all are.
I'm just like, relax.
Yeah, the pouncing, the
Calm
pouncing.
it down.
Yes, it's
I'm
gross,
like,
kind of. It's cringeworthy.
seriously, I know. I'm just like, calm it down, girls.
And I wouldn't want to go on there and swap spit with like 8 other people because they're all like macking on each other on the lips, and, you know. And then it's like, how many other people? All I can think of is germs and maybe gross hygiene.
But I did hear that you have to get tested for everything before you go on.
One would hope.
Yeah.
They test you for everything.
Yeah.
To
Well,
make sure that you are clean.
well, I'm just talking about oral hygiene here. Like,
Yes,
Yeah.
true.
yeah.
And the
Yeah, but that's what you sign up for.
That's true. So that's
You
another
know,
reason.
you have to.
Right.
I wouldn't do it.
And you know, it's not like this is a shocker. Everyone's like, "Oh my god," you know, girls are crying. I'm like, seriously,
Of course they are.
this is not a shocker, girls.
Yeah,
This
but
has
Gary's
been on-
crying even more.
It's 20 years. Like,
Yeah.
really?
yeah,
yeah.
right.
This one has been a little bit more civilized, though, I thought,
I think in the
those.
beginning, I'll be honest with you, I'm thinking all these cougars are going to eat this poor guy up and spit him out. But I think genuinely, the women have not been as rough
Right.
as I thought they were going to be. I think they're genuinely kind.
Yeah, we thought so too.
Yeah.
Overall, and he's just soft-hearted. He's,
Yeah.
He's mushy. He's
Yeah.
He's just a sweet guy and truly looking for somebody to fulfill that void.
yeah.
Yeah.
He might almost be too nice for something like this.
Yeah, one girl, you know, one of those ladies will be one lucky lady.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's think back to I think the second or third episode. Remember the blonde on the bunk bed that had to go home because her daughter was having problems with the C-section?
Yeah. And
I thought they had the best chemistry.
Yeah, and you know that her ex-husband was Greek?
No.
Yes.
Oh.
She was married into a Greek family. Google.
Okay.
Wow, you've done a deep
wow.
dive on this.
I did. My girlfriend did.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, I think.
They had a great chemistry.
See, I think maybe she might come back.
Oh,
You know how they do that?
spoiler
and
at
say,
the end?
like, maybe it's like
Holly,
the second.
you should be a great producer.
Well,
Yeah.
thank you.
Right?
Thank you very much. Because I
What was
think
her
they
name?
had.
Was her name?
What was her name?
Was it Joan? No.
Here?
Some-
Oh, let me. You know
Joan.
what?
Okay.
While you.
Well, anyways, this
Let me
is my
flip.
strategy, is thinking, because honestly, I thought they had the best chemistry. And you could tell he was really into her.
He was heartbroken.
Yes. So maybe her daughter's better. And then all of a sudden, drum roll, there's like down to 3. And she waltzes right on in and says, I'm back.
Right.
I mean, that would be good for
Yeah.
TV.
Oh, it would be excellent.
And then I was thinking if somebody else waltzed in, and I can't remember. The other thing I
No,
wanted.
I think she was the only one that I would love to see.
Yeah.
Yes, I
Yeah.
just was crushed when she left, and she
Yeah.
was crushed, and he was crushed. That was too bad. So talking about like getting tested, so Gary's got his daughters and his grandchildren, and then he's going to go boom bang in the fantasy suite, and his kids are going to be watching.
Oh, God, please.
I'm having
I
night
can't.
terrors just thinking about that already.
Well, you never know. Maybe they're just going to snuggle.
Okay, Nikki.
Oh man, they're just okay.
Well, let's just put it this way.
I'm
If
going to
it's-
mark that spot. They're just going to snuggle. We got to use that for a
If
promo.
it's Leslie, if
That
it's
should be
Leslie,
the title of our show today.
yeah, it's just going to snuggle. If it's Leslie, no, she will be eating him
I
up
love
alive.
her.
Oh no, she will be on top.
Oh yeah.
Oh, my God. I
know.
love it.
Oh my God.
I can't find the name of that.
Okay,
I was
but-
Christina. Was that maybe it?
don't know.
I know.
But anyways, I think we all know who she is.
Long straight hair.
Yeah,
to
she was
here.
great. She was
Yeah.
darling.
Yeah. Seemed down to earth.
Like,
And they had a very
no
I
phoniness.
thought it was Christine, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, she had long blonde hair, like sort of down to her boobs, like that length, and quite blonde and a thin face. Well, she was very slender. Yeah. Okay. I think it was Christina. I'm not sure.
Okay.
I mean, she's been gone for a while. It's so many women.
Well, it'll be interesting to watch the show with Nikki tonight and
Oh,
get
yeah.
her feedback when everything happens. And these shows go fast. They're an hour.
Joan.
Joan.
Oh, Joan.
That was it.
Okay. I did say Joan.
Good job. You
Yep.
did. Okay.
Okay.
Joan.
You get points.
Joan. That's her name.
Okay. Awesome.
It'll
Thank
be
you.
fabulous if he comes into an impasse and all of a sudden, dun dun dun,
Yeah.
it's Joan.
And then he starts crying.
Of course he will.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then Teresa will start crying.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God.
I thought I had it locked. Oh God.
Right?
Well,
my
she
God.
does
Poor
seem,
thing.
yeah. Anyway, well, I don't have anything more at this time. I'd like to hear a little bit more. Any other?
This has been great. It's such a privilege for me to be here. Thank you so much. This was so much fun and exciting. And let's go watch the Golden Bachelor. I think it'll
Thank
be
you
so
so much for
Oh my
coming
God, let's-
up here, the
This was
hike in the
so great.
boondocks.
Oh my
and-
God, I loved it. This
and-
is the greatest.
Oh,
These two
you've been
girls
a
are a dream. Thank you, thank you.
Oh,
Thanks for being our very first
Oh,
guest.
I feel so privileged. Thank you
Well,
for having me.
we were super excited to have you, and
Yeah.
thank you.
And it's,
Yeah. That's about it for this one.
Okay.
Your very special bonus episode.
Right.
With Nike Demacopoulos. Did I say it correctly?
perfect.
I think so.
Oh, that was pretty good, wasn't it?
Yeah, for
Perfect.
a first timer.
Well,
Second timer.
yeah, second time. Yeah, I did say at the intro that it just was like in my head sounding it out going. No.
Yeah.
It's a lot of syllables, but it always flows. That's something I love about the Greek language. Just kind of flows, and all those vowels, make it softer, and it's just nice. Anyway,
you.
thank you so much for tuning in. Holly, you good?
I'm good.
All right. Well, we're going to go eat and watch The Golden Bachelor,
Yeah.
and then we'll be back. Okay.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thanks, Harvey.
Ladies Who Question is executive produced and edited by Lisë, Dominique, and Holli Caulfield. Music, My Lionheart and Sketch Music, Florian Monax and Matthew Anderson. Font, Geofanny by Adriana619. Research, Holli Caulfield. Social media, Chelsea Caulfield. Please follow Ladies Who Question on all social media, ladieswhoquestion.com, and subscribe and follow us wherever you get your podcasts. This is a HarveyDoodle production.
All content discussed on Ladies Who Question are the individual opinions of Lisë, Dominique, and Holli Caulfield and should not be construed as personal advice of any kind. By listening to this podcast, you agree to not use this podcast as any advice for any personal or medical issue of yourself or others. This entire disclaimer also applies to any guests or contributors to the podcast.